everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about supplements. With so many products on the market, it can be overwhelming to know what actually works and what's just clever marketing. In this video, we'll break down the supplements that are scientifically proven to be effective, especially for people who train and exercise regularly. But before we're getting into it, it's important to be clear, the best way to get your nutrients is through real food. However, in our busy daily life, it's not always possible to get everything you need from diet alone. And that's where supplement can be helpful. Alright, let's jump in, you guys. First up, protein. We all know that protein is essential for muscle repair and muscle growth. And if you train regularly, getting enough protein is a must. Ideally, you get most of your protein from whole food, like meat, fish, eggs, dairy, and legumes. But sometimes hitting your protein target through food alone can be difficult. And that's where protein supplements like whey, casein, and plant-based protein can be convenient. Personally, I use protein powder when I know I'm not getting enough from meals. It's not something I rely on every day, but it's definitely a useful tool, especially on busy days or to space my protein intake throughout the day. Some research suggests that distributing protein intake evenly across meals, like every 3 to 4 hours for example, can enhance muscle protein synthesis more effectively than consuming most of it in a single meal. So while whole food should be your primary protein source, supplements can effectively fill the gaps. Creatine is easily one of the best and most researched supplements out there for boosting strength and performance. It helps by increasing phosphocreatine stores in your muscles, which improves ATP production. That's basically the fuel your body uses for explosive movements like sprinting, jumping, and heavy lifting. You do get creatine from red meat, fish, but getting enough through food alone is pretty challenging. And that's why supplementing makes sense. The sweet spot is between 3 to 5 grams a day with no need for loading phase or cycling. And if you're vegetarian or vegan, you might see an even bigger impact since plant-based diets don't provide much creatine naturally. Studies show that supplementing can lead to better muscle creatine levels, more strength, and improved lean body mass. And it's also great for women. Not just for strength, but for things like hormone support, mood, brain function, and even bone density. This seems to be especially helpful during pregnancy, postpartum, or menopause. On top of that, creatine is considered safe and very cheap, and is one of the most studied supplements available. Its effectiveness and safety have been well documented with systematic review and meta-analysis. All in all, adding creatine to your daily routine is definitely worth considering. Caffeine is one of the most tested performance boosters out there, and for good reason. It helps with endurance, strength, and mental focus by making exercise feel a bit easier and keeping you more alert. Most people will get their caffeine from coffee, tea, or energy drink, but supplements work just as well. So if you want to make the most out of it, try taking it 30 to 60 minutes before your workout, with a dose somewhere between 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. There's plenty of research backing this up. A meta-analysis found that caffeine significantly improves endurance performance, and another study showed it can boost muscle strength and power. That said, some people don't tolerate caffeine very well. It can cause restlessness and make your heart race. But for most people, it's a very simple and effective way to get a performance boost. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation, support heart health, and help in muscle recovery. They are also great for brain function and overall well-being. The best sources are fatty fish like salmon and mackerel. But if you don't eat much fish, a high-quality fish oil or plant-based supplement is a good alternative. Taking omega-3 daily has been shown to reduce muscle soreness and support overall recovery. Vitamin D is super important for bone health, muscle function, and keeping your immune system strong. You get it mainly from sunlight, but also from foods like fatty fish, eggs, and dairy products. The problem is that a lot of people don't get enough, especially if you live in colder climates, spend most of your time indoors, or have darker skin, which naturally produces less vitamin D from the sun. I live in Denmark, I have dark skin, so in the winter I take vitamin D supplements to make sure I'm getting enough. but in the summer I rely on sun exposure only. If you're taking vitamin D supplements, it's best to have it with a meal that contains fat to help your body absorb it better. Vitamin D also plays a big role in muscle function, athletic performance, and overall health. And today more and more research is showing that low vitamin D levels are linked with serious health issues, including autoimmune disease like sclerosis. Studies even suggest that a lack of vitamin D early in life could weaken the immune system over time. So if you're not getting enough sun, a simple vitamin D supplement can go a long way in keeping you healthy. Magnesium is essential for muscle function, nerve signaling, and recovery. It helps reduce muscle cramps and improve sleep quality, both important if you train hard. You can get magnesium from nuts, seeds, leafy greens, and whole grain, but I take ZMA every night before I go to bed. It's a mix of zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6. It helps with relaxation and recovery, and I definitely notice better sleep quality when I take it. Staying hydrated is super important for both performance and recovery. If you're sweating a lot, you're not just losing water, you're also losing key electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. And plain water isn't always enough, especially if you're training hard in the heat or doing long workouts. That's why I sometimes throw some electrolytes in my water, just to keep everything balanced. They help with muscle function and endurance, so if you're feeling sluggish, you could benefit from electrolyte supplements. Now this one is a bit more debated. Collagen. Some people swear by it for joint health, skin and hair, but the real benefit seems to be for tendons and ligaments. It's not a magic fix, but if you combine it with the vitamin C and take it before training, there's some evidence it might help with joint resilience. I wouldn't put it at the top of my list, but if you have ligament issue or joint issue, it's something to consider. Supplements can be very beneficial, but remember they should never replace a well-balanced diet. Think of them as tools to fill in the gaps where needed. Let me know in the comments what supplements you take and if you have any questions. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Bye.